Hey guys, what to trade next week? In this video, we'll discuss gold. We'll execute multiple time frame analysis for dollar, yen, and Dow Jones Index. We'll discuss the harmonic movement on pound dollar pair, and I will share with you my outlook for dollar index. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's start. I want to start our analysis with the Dow Jones Index. We are in a daily time frame, and you can see that analyzing the market trend from March, we are trading in a bullish trend, and the market keeps growing steadily. However, the perspective changes once we zoom in the chart, because zooming in the chart, we can see that since the middle of June, the market is consolidating. You can see that we are trading within a horizontal trading range, perfectly respecting its upper and lower boundaries. This week, the market tested the resistance of the range, and from that we saw a strong rejection first. By the rejection, I mean that the wick of that candle is bigger than the body of that candle, signifying a strong bearish pressure. From that, the next day we formed doji candle, again quite important bearish signal. So to me, everything depends now on the reaction of the price to that resistance, and of course probabilities will be high that from that we will see a bearish movement. However, let's look for confirmation. Let's analyze the 4-hour time frame and let's discuss what can confirm the initiation of a bearish movement. Opening a 4-hour time frame, here in the 4-hour time frame we can spot that after a strong bullish impulse from the lower boundary of the range, the market started to consolidate, and here we can spot one more range. You can see that here in the 4-hour time frame the market is consolidating as well, and for us that range right here is very important, and that range will apply for the confirmation. Our confirmation to sell Dow Jones Index will be bearish breakout of the support of the range. Why? Because for now the support of the range is the resort for buyers to buy from. You can see that the minor trend here in Dow Jones is bullish, and you can see that from that support buyers are buying. So the breakout of the support of the range will signify that buyers lost control, and that will signify that sellers are stronger than the buyers and they managed to break the pressure of the buyers. So the 4-hour candle close will be our bearish signal, and then we'll expect a bearish continuation to lower structure levels. Our first strong support will be right here. That will be your first goal for the trade, and your second target will be the support of the range that we spotted on a daily. So here, this is the trade that I propose. Stop loss lies above the highs. Here is your first target, and here will be your second target. That will be your plan to short Dow Jones. And a couple of words about the daily time frame analysis, because as we discussed, we are trading in a bullish trend, and of course the market may also violate the resistance of that range on a daily to the upside. Daily candle close above that will confirm a violation, and that will be a very strong bullish signal. That will indicate that Dow Jones will go higher, and that will push the market to the next strong resistance. Our next strong resistance will be over here. So if the price breaks and closes above the resistance of that range, we'll expect a further bullish continuation. Now let's analyze pound dollar pair. We are in a daily time frame, and I guess you see that the pair is unstoppable. The market is growing rapidly for many days, and definitely bulls are dominating the market. However, I guess you would also agree with me that the market looks quite overbought, and it feels like soon the correctional movement will follow. Analyzing the price action right here and analyzing this bullish impulse, what I spotted was the harmonic ABCD pattern. You can see that I took that bullish impulse and simply projected it from the completion of that retracement. And you can see that here we have a perfect bearish harmonic ABCD pattern. But if we zoom out the chart and analyze that bullish impulse and do the same thing, we can spot one more pattern right here. One more harmonic ABCD pattern with the completion being just a little bit higher. Then, if we analyze the historical key levels, we can also spot that over here, yes, I guess you see, we have some peculiar resistance. Yes, we have very peculiar zone of supply right here that was quite important for the market participants last year. So here in pound dollar, we have a very peculiar zone of confluence. The zone that is based on the horizontal structure on the completion point of two harmonic ABCD patterns. So I think from that zone, we will see a bearish movement. Analyze the lower time frames, look for the confirmations there, but please realize the fact that it is already too late to buy, and quite soon bears will start pushing. Now let's discuss dollar yen. We are in a daily and you can see how strong bears were pushing the market recently and how strong bearish wave we got. But some important thing happened with the market on Friday, because you can see that after that massive sell-off, for some reason, dollar yen formed a bullish engulfing candle here on a daily, and the body of that candle engulfed the body of that bearish candle. So what happened? If we open a weekly time frame, traders, here in a weekly time frame, we can spot that the market reached a very important weekly zone of demand, a very solid, strong horizontal structure support from where we saw this bullish reaction on Friday. So traders, I assume that because the pair is trading in a bullish trend, from that zone, bullish movement will initiate. But again, we need the confirmation, and let's look for a confirmation on the 4-hour time frame. If we open the 4-hour and analyze the price action on the 4-hour, we can spot that here we have a strong 4-hour resistance, and the market is currently approaching that resistance. Analyzing the price action, we can spot that here it feels like we are forming the head and shoulders pattern. We already completed the left shoulder, we completed the head, and currently the market is completing the right shoulder. Moreover, we can also spot that here the market is also trading within the expanding wedge pattern. While the market stays within the boundaries of that expanding wedge, of course, it remains bearish. So your bullish confirmation on dollar yen will be bullish breakout of that minor horizontal resistance to the upside and the bullish breakout of the resistance of the wedge to the upside. So you should look for a double breakout, and double breakout, the 4-hour candle close above the trend line and the neckline will be a strong bullish signal, and that will most likely initiate a bullish movement. Now let's take a look at gold. So as I predicted, gold perfectly violated the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern that we spotted here on a daily. As we discussed many times, gold looks very bullish, and before that violation, many days before that breakout, I said that this one will be bullish, and you can see how nicely the market bounced after the CPI report this week. And the question is, what is next? The point is, traders, that even though the market bounced heavily, do not forget that we are still trading in a bearish trend since the beginning of May. We are still bearish, and that movement right here is for now the correctional movement. And our goal now is to look for the point or the area from where the next trend following movement will initiate. And in order to do that, we should analyze the key levels. We should look left at structure and look for the closest strong structures. So for traders, the closest strong resistance that I see on gold is right here. It is the supply zone that is based on multiple resistances that are lying very close to each other, and that is the first zone on focus. We also have a very strong resistance a little bit higher over here. Again, it is the supply zone that is based on multiple resistances lying very close to each other. So why do we need these structures? From these structures, we will look for the trend following movements. From one of the structures, we will look for a bearish move. So your task next week will be to wait for the test of one of these levels, and once the key level is reached, once the zone is reached, look for confirmation first. As we already discussed on dollar yen, we always look for confirmation. So analyze the lower time frames and look for bearish patterns there. And I know that there are many people who are very bullish on gold. And if you're bullish, if you want to buy, remember that first you should let the market break these two structures to the upside. That the violation, the bullish breakout of these two structures will be a very strong bullish signal that will push gold much higher. Also, you can see that the market formed a peculiar bearish candle on Friday, so we may see some pullback before these resistances are reached. So you can also consider buying the market from that horizontal zone of demand. It is a very strong support, and if the market keeps falling after the market opening, focus your attention on that zone of demand. From there, you can look for buying. Now let's analyze dollar index. And I guess traders, you saw that this week dollar index broke and closed below that solid horizontal zone of demand. We got a tremendous support right here that was easily broken by the sellers. You can see that with that bearish candle, bears simply neglected that structure and violated that. That is, of course, a very bearish signal, and after that the index dropped more. However, traders, analyzing the price action, again, take a look what I spotted. If we take that bearish impulse and again copy that bearish impulse and project it from the completion point of the retracement, take a look. Again, the harmonics, the harmonic movement. And then looking left at structure and analyzing the historical levels, we can also spot right here a very important zone of demand. The zone that was respected multiple times in March and from where we see the bearish movements. So here on dollar index, we see a very important confluence zone. The confluence between the completion point of the harmonic ABCD pattern and that horizontal structure. So again, even though the index looks very bearish, please realize the fact that the market never goes just down. Occasionally, it corrects itself. And probably soon it is the time for the index to correct itself. Opening a 4-hour time frame and analyzing the price action on the 4-hour, take a look what I spotted right here. If we take that high and draw a trend line, we can spot very solid falling trend line. If we take that low and draw one more, you can see that at the moment the index is trading within the expanding wedge pattern. So again, while the market stays within that expanding wedge, of course it is bearish. Of course, while we are trading within, definitely it is a bearish trend. However, let the market trade within that expanding wedge and let the market touch that confluence zone. The bullish breakout then of the resistance of the wedge will be a strong bullish signal. That is the best trigger that will indicate the initiation of the start of the correctional movement. So your main focus is that zone of demand, that confluence zone that is based on the harmonic ABCD and the horizontal historical structure. Monitor that, let the buying volumes accumulate, and wait for a bullish breakout of the resistance of the wedge as your confirmation. We are not expecting the important fundamentals next week, and for that reason probably technicals will dominate. For that reason I'm so sure that the correctional movements are coming among the dollar-related instruments. So watch carefully the charts, traders. As always, I will post the updates once I see the confirmations. Traders, if you have questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section on YouTube. I always reply. Also, if you want to learn how to trade, if you want to see how we analyze the markets live on a daily basis, don't forget to check my premium group, the link in the description below. Also, traders, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you soon.